Thank you for watching my behind the scenes of Today with Pastor Jay, which I have Mike McElroy, aka Mac. Hopefully I won't mess up his name when we start recording, but he is the incoming president of the Flagler Palm Coast Kiwanis Club. So we're going to be talking about Kiwanis and what's that's like and all of that. But last week, my show, don't listen to it. I'm kind of embarrassed by it. I felt horrible. So much so, Mark, seriously, I'm talking to Mark over here. I was repenting. If it was not Friday, I would have called you and say, pull it. Yeah, that's how I felt about it. And you know, I don't do that often. But I felt really bad. So today's going to be a good show.
New start.
It's a new start. It's a new day and I thank God. In fact, I was praying. I was like, Lord, I'm pleading the blood of Jesus. Cover my show with your blood. Cover the ears of the people that's listening. And I was just giggling and like something was wrong with me. I don't even know. But anyway, today's another day. And we thank God for his grace and his mercy because his mercies are new every morning. So this is a new day, new fresh start. And I have a great, great guest. Okay. And you know what? I'm going to want I Am Miracle to eventually because I like that song. I just feel like it. I guess I could, I'm going to go in with Good Day. So at least that'll be my motivation to have a good show as well. Get this gum out my mouth. All right. So whenever you are ready, we're going to go in.
I'm ready.
Good morning and welcome to Today with Pastor Jay here on WNZF News Radio, and I am determined to have a good day. I am your host, Pastor Geraldine Denny, and my special guest is Mike McElroy, aka Mac, who's the incoming president of the Flagler Palm Coast Kiwanis, and I'm determined to have a good day, and I know with you at the helm of being our president, we're going to have a good year. Yay?
Well, I hope so. It's very kind of you to say so. It won't be my first gig at this. So
I know, which is very interesting because a couple of things that have happened is the last time you were on my show was about 2 years ago, I think.
Yeah,
maybe one, two,
maybe three.
Maybe three.
Yeah.
Very close. And I was just inquiring about Kiwanis. You came on and you talked about all the good work that the Flagler Palm Coast Kiwanis Club was doing. And because of that, I actually became a Kiwanian.
You did.
I did.
And then we drafted you in and you're our membership chair. So.
Yes. Then I got drafted and voluntold as membership chair. And I'm looking forward to Kiwanis this year. You know, last year with COVID and
tough year,
a very tough year. Mary O'Gara, who was our president then, and she's the outgoing president, she did an excellent job holding us together.
Outstanding.
Oh my goodness. She held this club together and sometimes probably single-handedly. And then we had several people helping her as well. But she did a good job holding the club together. A lot of places fell apart during COVID. Businesses went out of business. Some different organizations had to shut their doors. Churches were closing. But the Flagler Palm Coast Kiwanis Club held its own. So I'm excited about that.
Well, and thanks to Mary, who had, I think, a lot of pressure on her. And, just to try to hold meetings after a while. First, we started on the Zoom meetings, and then at some point we were able to come back to our regular meetings, but never back to normal completely because although the Elks, which I want to say is very kind to us and hosts our meetings, they've made it easy for us. We still have members that we don't see or that are concerned about COVID. So it's been a tough year for Mary, and but we've managed very well.
Well, it certainly has been a tough year, and I'm excited. I'm excited this year as a membership chair. As you can tell, I'm bringing tons of energy to the floor, looking forward to our growth. But let's talk about Kiwanis, because first of all, before I go any further, I want everyone to go to fpckiwanis.org. That's fpckiwanis.org to learn more about our local Kiwanis Club, because this club does phenomenal work within the county. And I remember the long list of things that the Flagler Palm Coast Kiwanis clubs have done. And that's what attracted me to them because, of course, we're concerned about students and children in our community. So let's talk more about the mission, Mac, about the Kiwanis.
Okay, so the Kiwanis, of course, is an international organization. It's in, I think, something over 85 countries. In fact, during the troubles with the hurricanes, we partnered with some of our Kiwanis clubs down in the islands to make a donation. But in addition to that, this chapter of the Kiwanis, and there are really two in the county, and sometimes we get confused. Flagler Palm Coast Kiwanis is the older organization. It's chartered and it's been around for, I think, in excess of 43 years now. And some of our charter members are still here. One of the very fortunate things that happened to us, and I think it was, if I'm not wrong, one of our past presidents who had the foresight to accept from the city of Palm Coast land that was donated by ITT to the city of Palm Coast. They sold it, I believe, to our Kiwanis Club for $1. And we have made that into, and did make it into, a storage compound. The storage compound, which, as you know, if you live in Palm Coast, boats, RVs, that kind of thing are a problem.
Right.
Our storage compound has close to 500 spaces for storage, and they're all full.
I can imagine.
The cost of storing at our compound is about a third of what it is in any of the commercial compounds. So to say we're a bargain is to really understate it.
So you're helping the community in a lot of ways, especially serving children. Now, Kiwanis International, they have more than 550,000 volunteers internationally. And our organization, it's small and growing, but powerful. Whereas we're able to give away thousands of dollars in scholarships every year and grants and things without the community. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Well, as of July, our giving was at about, and that's, of course, our fiscal year runs until October. But as of July, we've given out over $113,000.
$113,000.
Yes. Now, our focus is children.
Of course.
That's the Kiwanis focus. That's the local focus. So most of that money is put into, if you go to, for instance, the Flagler Education Foundation page, and you go to donors, partners, I should say, you will find us on their giving tree. And we are a prominent member there. We are one of their main sources, particularly in funding scholarships. So we fund, I don't know, something like 12 scholarships, I want to say off the top of my head. And a number of those are recurring scholarships. So when we award the seniors scholarships.
And we're talking about Seniors of the Month.
Seniors of the Month is a different program, but often we see people who've been Seniors of the Month receive the Senior Scholarship Awards. And those run $4,000 a year for the full 4 years, as long as you are attending a Florida school.
Okay.
So that's the proviso that you're in Florida, attending a Florida school. But that isn't all we do, because we give money to places like the Flagler Auditorium. We give money to places like the Family Life Center. We give money to, I can't even. So, and then we have our service clubs, which are the K-Kids. Everybody's kind of familiar with the Terrific Kids Award.
Oh, yeah. It's funny that people see the Terrific Kids Award, don't realize. They just see the sticker on the back of someone's car, or a parent. They find out that their child won the Terrific Kid Award. But the majority of those awards here within Flagler County stemming from the Flagler Palm Coast Club.
Yes, we fund, for trophies and so forth. And so that's the K-Kids. And then we have the Builders Club.
That's correct.
In the middle school.
At the middle school.
And those are leadership programs we fund. And then, of course, we have the Key Club in high school. And so we're active there. But we also give, as I say, to a large number of organizations that.
And you recognize those that tirelessly serve also in this community. For example, you're always doing something for the Sheriff's Department, the Police
That's correct.
Department. We come and honor them every year.
Yeah, well, we have our annual awards for both firefighter and law enforcement officer of the year. And those awards are given to our local agencies, such as the sheriff, such as Bunnell Police, Flagler Beach Police. And the same goes, of course, for the firefighters awards. Palm Coast, the county are part of that program where we give those awards out. So they're nice, and we're grateful to acknowledge the service
and let's not
of our
forget
first
our
responders.
teachers too. Teachers of the year.
Yes. Well, we do both. Yes. So our educational luncheon, which is turned to a dinner, is one in which we honor our teachers of the year and also our scholars, and we're proud to do that.
Well, I'm going to tell you, there's just a number of things that the Kiwanis Club do. And of course, you have a grant process for those that are interested in receiving monies for their organizations. They can apply for grants. So there's just so many things. The list just goes on and on and on. But let's talk a moment. I know I need to take a break because I want to get into another topic that's going to extend me a little bit. So let me take a break. Don't go anywhere. Don't touch that dial. You are listening to Today with Pastor Jay. So where am I? Because I was getting ready to get into a topic. Oh, okay. So I was good. After all these years, Mark, I'm almost figuring out when to take a break. All these years. It's only been like 6 or 7 years. All these years, I almost figured it out. I want to talk about our meetings, where they're located, and COVID, how now we're just twice a month, and how long that's going to last. So let me go back in, and then we'll come in and start talking about our meetings. And then the basketball thing, we'll talk the tournament that we do every year. I want to talk about that and how that's benefiting. I'm trying to think of what else I'm going to talk about. But all right. I think I'm going to come back in with I Am. You have the chorus on that, right? Yep, that's it. Okay. Oh, he got it. Okay, I'm ready. Welcome back to Today with Pastor Jay, and I'm absolutely, and so are you, a living, breathing, walking, moving miracle. And we've been talking about the Flagler Palm Coast Kiwanis Club. Please go to fpckiwanis.org to learn more about us. Or hit me up, because I am the membership chair, and I'm excited about that.
Oh, yes. Well, we expect great things from you.
I bet you do, Mac. Which is wonderful, because we need as many people as we can to affect change. And when you talk about that $113,000, we need more people to help us distribute that $113,000 throughout our community, people to get involved, and it helps raise additional funds if necessary. What's so wonderful about this club is there's not a whole lot of fundraising going on, because we don't need to do fundraising. Unlike other clubs, everything is geared towards we need to fundraise. This compound we have is income. It's a stream of income that we have.
Steady stream. In fact, this year we've increased it by over $50,000.
Oh, my goodness. So that means we have more money to give away.
Well, yes, of course, and minus the money that it takes to run the compound, obviously. But we, as I said, we're at, I think, something like 113 in the year's not over. So we're trending pretty well.
That is great. So let's talk about our meetings, because I know pre-COVID, we were meeting every Wednesday at noon at the Elks. But currently right now we're doing just twice a month.
Correct. So originally, and in fact, our bylaws call for weekly meetings, which we used to do until COVID came along. And then, of course, everything closed down and we didn't have anything for a while. And then finally we were on Zoom, but not in person.
Right.
And then when we did get back, instead of once a week, we're now at twice a month. It's hosted at the Elks. It's on I think, second and fourth.
The second and fourth
Wednesday now. And so we meet at noon, and we're very grateful to the Elks.
And it is. They do a great
there.
job. Plus, it's also a lunch meeting. So if you just want to come.
Yeah, if you want to drop in and see what we're all about, we're always looking for new members. As you've said, we're a small organization. We probably on the rolls have maybe 25 or 30 people. I don't, that varies from time to time. Many of our members are older, and some of them are really charter members.
Yeah, they
who've been there and doing work for 40 years.
That's right.
Plus. So one member is 92.
Oh, wow.
He still bowls. He still comes to our meetings. He was our charter member, one of our original officers, a governor of the district. So these are remarkable people.
They are, and they have just as much energy, if not more, than I do. They bring a lot to the table, and they're still serving the students, the children here in Flagler County.
Yes.
Dedicated to changing the world, one child and one community at a time. So with you, so your tenure as president, get ready to start at the end of this month, at the end of September.
Right. September 22nd will be our installation luncheon. And what happens there is the district governor or one of their representatives will come and install the officers coming in for the year. So the terms are 1-year terms, although some people have been there forever.
Right.
I like, officer for life, if you will.
Right. Well, with 25 people, really, we probably circulate quite a bit.
We do. So our outgoing president, Mary O'Gara, who has been our secretary for years prior to being our president,
right,
is now going to be our treasurer.
Very nice.
Our secretary, who stepped up when Mary became president, John Saucier, will continue as secretary.
Correct.
My vice president, which is actually not called vice president, it's called president-elect, will be Dr. Maria Barbosa, who has also been a president.
That's correct.
Several times.
Right.
And as president-elect would be expected to take that office next year when my term is up. I'm president. So then we have a board of directors, and that's changing a little bit because although, again, that remains fairly stable, but we're going to... and so it's that group, the board of directors, that sort of run the operational part of not only the club, but we have a separate, the foundation. And the foundation is what owns the compound and makes all of the grants out and monies. All the giving we do is through our Kiwanis, Flagler Palmcoast Kiwanis Foundation.
Very nice. So those of you who are listening and you have children or grandchildren, all right, so we have terrific kids at Belle Terre Elementary School, Bunnell Elementary, Rimfire, Wadsworth. And we also have K kids at Belle Terre Elementary, K kids at Bunnell Elementary, Rimfire Elementary, Wadsworth Elementary, Builders Club at both Buddy Taylor Middle School and Indian Trail Middle School, and Key Club at the Flagler Palm Coast High School. Now, we have an annual basketball shoot-off.
We do. We've been doing that for some time now.
And that's at Matanzas High School.
That's right. That comes around holiday time, Christmas time.
When the students are on like a holiday break.
Correct. So that'll be coming up again. I think we expect to maybe increase the amount that we give there a little bit this year. And that's a great, it's tournaments from all over the area.
Yeah, because people come in and they travel in.
Yes.
I've worked one of those tournaments and I've seen kids, they travel as far as 4, 5, 6 hours away. I've seen people come from other states wanting to get into this tournament.
Yes, it's a popular tournament, and of course we get to have our Matanzas players and our FPC there, and that's both boys and girls as well. Originally, I think, if memory serves, it started out as a boys tournament, but now we have the girls involved as well.
That's a great tournament. If any of you are looking for something to do or just participate, Flagler, Palm Coast, Kiwanis, fpckiwanis.org is a great way to get involved in the community, to help the students and further the education and just encouragement of students. We are looking for volunteers and help. To be a member of the Kiwanis, it's a little tiny short application, and it's only $135 a year. You know, other organizations have a monthly fee to it that exceeds, that sometimes 10 times the amount of what it takes to be a member of the Kiwanis. So it's definitely cost effective. Plus, you're doing a lot of things within the community to help students, which also ultimately help parents when you think about the scholarships that they're able to receive when they graduate from high school and all these other things. So please, guys, come out, fpckiwanis.org. I've got to take a break. Don't go anywhere. Don't touch that dial. You're listening to Today with Pastor Jay. About the Carver Sports Complex? Because I don't.
Well, we haven't been.
Okay.
That's on the agenda, but we haven't really. We might want to talk a little bit about Chow Now, which we do through the club, which is that Tony runs that. We don't have to say Tony, but it's done. So for children who have issues with food needs.
Right.
We provide them through the school.
Right.
We fund that.
Okay.
We help out Friends of the Library.
Okay. All right. So I'll let you talk about some of the other things. How much time do we have? 3 minutes. Oh, so we don't really have a whole lot of time.
Yeah.
But I do want to. Are we going to go back? I'm going to ask you if we're going to go back to weekly meetings, because that's. And then I'll tell people that we
I don't
have.
know yet if we're ready for weekly.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about that we still have hybrid. You know, for those that don't want to participate in person, that they can.
Yeah.
Call and get a Zoom link or something like that.
I'm thinking about maybe we should do it Facebook Live instead of trying the Zoom link. That might be an interesting.
Oh,
way
you
to
know,
do it.
that is, I will be more than, I am open to that. Actually, what I'm doing right now is a platform that we absolutely could use. I'm streaming live on 4 different platforms as we're speaking. So we're on YouTube, we're on 2 spots on Facebook, and we're on Periscope, which also I have connected to Twitter. So technically we're on 5 different platforms. So as we're talking now, recording my show, I'm streaming live on these other things. So, you know, it's very cost effective and maybe something that we might want to consider doing.
Yeah, I think we should take a look at it.
Yeah, it's really good. And plus it has allowed me to just do a lot of different things and be mobile, and you reach a larger audience, especially if you want to get people interested in what we're doing. So thank you for that. That was on my to-do list. Look, I can't wait, till you're president, because I just feel like, he's like, what am I going to do with this one? Talking about me. He'll see. I've got all kinds of plans. I'm just excited about our club, and I'm just happy to be able to contribute any way that I can. All righty. I got to give a shout out to my sponsors, so I'll do that. I want to give a thank you and a shout out to 500bankruptcy.com, thefloridamortgagecenter.com, and tradecoaches.org. Thank you for sponsoring Today with Pastor Jay. So right now we're doing kind of like a hybrid, where part virtual and part in person twice a month. So those of you who are saying, Pastor Jay, I hear what you're saying. It sounds great, but I don't know if I want to leave my home yet. So we do have a hybrid option. So please give me a call, chat with me, and we will get you hooked up. In fact, I will post a link on my Facebook page for Today with Pastor Jay if you have any issues or concern. I'll also will share a link from todaywithpastorjay.com to the Kiwanis page, if I'm allowed to do that. So kind of give you some added extra things.
Oh, yes.
So tell me about some of the other things that the Kiwanis club, I know there's a long list.
Yeah, we do Chow Now for the kids, which provides for food needs for families in need, and we do that through the schools.
Right.
And one of our people oversees that, one of our volunteers. And we do things, Friends of the Library. We do a summer reading program. There's so many things we do that even I can't always remember all of them.
That's okay, because it's just a lot. Within the community, serving, volunteering, partnering with other organizations, which is great. So if there are other organizations within the community that are assisting, helping children, we're happy to partner with you.
We're there, and if we can find a way to do it, we'll do it. Camp Boggy Creek. As I say, we do any number of things, and of course. Again, we're financially able to do those things that some clubs cannot do.
That's true. Without running around with the hat trying to collect money all the time, we have a stream of income that allow us to focus more on giving and focus more on the important things. That's great.
Not that we turn down a donation,
Oh, no, we'll
but
take some.
We're not reliant on donations because of our compound. So we're grateful to our customers at the compound because they can know that even when we, increase the rates,
right,
that all that money
goes
is going to a worthy cause.
All right. Well, thank you guys, and I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Mac, for coming out. Such a great and wonderful organization that I'm part of. I am the membership chair, so let's go, guys. Partner with us. Let's get this thing going. And I like spending other people's money, especially when it's for a good cause.
I know that. It's like going shopping with other people's money.
It is. It really is. Thank you so much. All right, guys. You know what I say? Yesterday's gone. Tomorrow's not promised. What are you going to do today? You're going to go to fpckiwanis.org or hit me up, 855-Geraldine, and I will point you in the right direction. God bless you and have a wonderful day. Thank you so much, and I will chat with you later. Have a good day.